You can't live somewhere you love and not pay some attention to it. Once you start to make a difference in a place, then that place will make a difference to you.
The lake meant a lot to us. It was what we looked at, breathed in, listened to, and our children were in the lake all the time. In other places, a patch of bush might have been attractive, but for us, our starting place was the water.
We got a seeding grant from Coastcare to look after one bank of this creek that runs into the lake. When we started, Peter Chappel, the Coastcare rep, walked along with us and showed us what he called the heart of the site. It was this patch of salt marsh, riparian vegetation, and he said, this is what it would look like through the whole site if we started to work here. So we started and have kept the heart of the site in our vision over the past 11 years.
The rest of the site was dense with lantana and other weeds. We had to crawl in on our hands and knees along the shoreline and then work our way up the bank, removing the weeds.
The job that you're doing changes who you are. Often you have to sit quietly, working one small spot, removing the tiny fragments of weed and digging out tubers and vines. You might be sitting near someone you've never really spoken to before. There is time for conversations to spring up. You sit alongside someone who is both doing and listening, and it seems to encourage conversations about things that are sometimes hard to discuss, but they need to be talked about.
It's a great environment for a tall yarn too. Keith, one of our volunteers in the past, had a group of young scouts transfixed with his straight-faced revelations about the yowie who lived in the creek.
Over the time, we have been working here stabilising the banks of the creek. We have seen an increase in the number of frogs, turtles, and the lovely native ducks. The return of these creatures indicate the improvements in water quality that benefits us all.
The more we've worked, the more the area looks after itself. The less we do, the more opportunity we give the site to maintain itself. Now, for us, walking the site is like a walk back in time, reminding us of where we began. Where we've worked least, you can see the beginnings of where we started. Where we've worked the most brings us through to the present and gives us hope for the future.